Could you look straight for 1 second?
I can't. It's possible.
Okay, Nymphia is walking in.
Is she? What the? You crazy bitch.
Am I your worst nightmare? Am I your worst nightmare?
God, you gotta. Oh! You trying to sabotage me.
I am.
You
Look at
better
that.
work.
That's Dawn.
Dawn.
Not the Dawn, but the Dawn.
Oh, Dawn!
Dawn. Yes.
I am Nymphia. This is. You are insane.
Thank you.
This is so fierce.
This is perfect for introverts.
Girl, this is so good. Look at the bodice. I should have made this on the challenge. I would have won. Hello, gorgeous. It's me, Monet Exchange, and welcome back to The Pit Stop, the only official recap series of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17. You guessed it, officially. And joining me today in studio is someone that I think is now officially the shadiest bitch I know. And I know Detox, I know Roxy Andrews, I know Violet Chachki. So this bitch is taking the cake. She showed up to this set to troll me.
Looking like your worst nightmare.
Yes. The one and only Nymphia Wind.
Hi, it's me, the sponge survivor from the 2018 Sponge Massacre that happened in the design challenge.
Nymphia, we are literally calling my lawyers as we speak.
Are we? I'm so happy I survived the Sponge Massacre though.
Girl, when you showed up, this is insane. Wow, Nymphia. You know, I want to be upset about this, but you look so good. Joella could never.
Well, talking about Joella, I had to, reference our Joella diva and continue the Asian legacy of Asians being in holes, since everyone sees us as bottoms, and in the competition, so many Asian queens are in the bottoms. So.
She is the Slaysian diva.
Of Taiwan.
Of Taiwan, that's you, right?
And then the Joella side eye.
This is so, Nymphia, girl, how has life been since conquering and dominating the Olympics of drag?
Life has been great, honestly. I mean, I'm booked and blessed in this current, climate of being saturated with so many drag queens.
So many drag queens.
I am just honored to be able to be still working. So.
Yeah.
And I am currently making my step down look, so.
Ooh, yes, the finale. We can't wait to see what that looks.
Yes, sister.
Can you give us like a little hint, just a little something of what we can expect? Just give us a little crumb, something.
A cloud deity.
A cloud deity.
Yes.
Ooh, will there be bananas involved? Yellow involved?
You have to look out for them. They're very subtle.
They're very subtle. You put the B in subtle.
Was that supposed to be a joke? A B and subtle.
Red.
B and subtle.
Subtle, you spell it S-U-B-T-L-E.
But why is the B in the middle?
Because that's how you spell it?
Like K in country, but C or K is in the front of the word. But B is in the middle.
I think I understand less about
Moving on, you look so good. I love your boobs.
Thank you.
Hold on a second, the body is giving.
I bought them myself.
Before we continue, why are you not wearing yellow?
Because, I was going to wear yellow. But the garment, they ran out of yellow fabric.
What kind of
Los Angeles. I don't make the rules.
is that?
I tried. It was no more yellow fabric. You have the
No, girl, that is not true.
The yardage on yellow fabric has substantially gone down since you won Drag Race.
Did I start a yellow fever trend?
He started the yellow. Can I say yellow fever trend?
I think so.
Okay, you started the yellow fever trend, girl. I want to say something. Now, word on the street was you were just pretending like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm really not, the word on the street was you were playing it up. I wanna know here on the pit stop, tell us the tea, were you really nervous about creating or were you just trying to pull one over on the girls?
First of all, it's a stressful environment, as you know, when you were making your sponge dress. I think I was very nervous, very stressed, because I really had no idea what I was gonna do exactly yet. Plus, that is kind of my process. I was not trying to fool the girls. Technically, no one asked me if I sewed, so I just never said it.
You like to put the J in subtle. We're just gonna add letters for the entire episode.
Jay is subtle. What is this?
What did winning season 16 feel like to you when you finally, when RuPaul said your name out of his beautiful lips? What did that feel like to you?
It felt crazy, you know, childhood thoughts really do come true.
Yeah.
Because at that point, you know, it was so far away. I was living in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Getting on Drag Race or even winning as the first East Asian was pretty impossible for me.
Yeah.
It was just so far away. It was just a thought at that point.
Yeah.
So, you know, it actually hit me more this year in 2025 where
Yeah.
I was like, I actually won this. And I'm just like thinking about it, like the whole franchise as a whole and what it means to like the queer community and culture and just like winning that
Yeah, girl.
sister.
Girl.
That's crazy!
It's crazy!
It's just like close itself.
Category closed.
All right, your replacer's gonna be a 17 winner. You're done, Nymphia. Goodbye.
What are your thoughts about season 17?
The drama is good. The fighting is real.
Yes.
Very real and very entertained.
Do you think that this season's drama is better than season 16? Like, because Plain Jane was running amok. Like, there was a lot of drama in your season 2.
This season, the drama is good.
Yeah.
But last season, there was a bit of drama, but it was like camp drama.
This drama is real. Like, girls
Yeah.
are coming after there's hygiene, after medical reasons they can't do things. Last season, it was just Plain Jane doing this every episode, running her mouth.
Yes, because everyone's so focused on doing good drag.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't need a fight to...
I agree. Well, we're only about 2 weeks from the finale. Well, I mean, I'll ask you this question at the end. Let's talk about this episode, and I'll ask you who you think is snatching the crown. I want to ask you. I want it to marinate. And I'm prepping you for this question later on. Don't come with 3 winners. I want you to think about who you think is the one winner who's running away. Don't try to be pageant and give us the winning answer because you're trying to be this girl. I want the real okay? Okay, shall we get into this episode?
Yes. I'm so ready. I'm ready to watch the episode. I'm so excited.
So last week was the makeover week. Then there's obviously a Las Vegas theme to this episode. Are you excited about this Las Vegas?
Yes!
Yeah.
I love Las Vegas. It's just so like opulent, so many feathers. I love feathers.
Yeah.
Like I want to be fed the fantasy, you know?
Well, y'all all put Vegas dancers into drag last year.
Yes.
Did you love that?
Mama, I loved every second of it. You know how hot they were?
They were very hot.
They were so distracting. All the tucks were untucking. Like, for real.
Okay, what other PG memories do you have from that experience, Nymphia?
Anyway, moving on.
Okay. Jules and Anya are thrilled because they received the first, only, and I assume last double Shantae. And the vibes are very happy, but Sam seems like she wishes someone went home. I love that Anya just sitting on the couch, bitch, her tits out. She just like, bitch,
She is happy.
She's
She's
happy.
like-
She legs spread, tits out. I was like, girl, she is comfortable, cozy. Comfortable in my skin, cozy. I loved it. Speaking of Miss Sam, she received her 3rd win last week. So it's now Anya with 4, Sam with 3, and then the others have 2. And Jules has, unfortunately, 1. Do you think winning so close to the end feels different than winning in the beginning?
I'm sorry, the corset is squeezing the food out.
I know. Girl, that Thai chicken salad is coming up. I wish it was going right through me. It's about to come back up. I am also, I mean, I'm not wearing a corset. Do you think winning so close to the end feels different than winning in the beginning?
I think there's like pros and cons. Like winning at the start, like it's like a first impression. You're like, bang, I can win. But you kind of have to keep up that momentum. But if you're like in the middle, kind of like wobbly, and then you win at the end, it's also good. Like it lasts. I still got it.
You know, there's only a small amount of queens who knows what it feels like to get so close to the end. Can you describe what the energy is towards the end of when you're like really close to the finish line?
How did it feel when you stood up there to lip sync?
Bitch, are you interviewing me or am I interviewing you?
Oh, I thought we were having a conversation.
You know what? For me, so I made it to the end. Well, All Stars 7, we all made it to the end, so that's not the same. But All Stars 4,
Your original.
my original, I was top 6, so I guess that's close to the end.
Cause you're like in the middle, like further closer to the end, and like you could taste the win.
Yeah.
How does it feel that it slipped away?
I think y'all are witnessing the unofficial dragging of One Exchange.
I would never.
Getting that close to the end, you do feel like I didn't get, bitch. I had no wins. I was bald-headed and confused by the end, but you could not tell me I was gonna win. In my mind, I thought I was gonna win. So when I was top 6, getting sent home at that point, I was like, you know, I had came here, I done everything I can. I know it's rough in the beginning, but I feel like I was turning it out in challenges at the end, so I think that gave me the propellants. It's not a word, I'm gonna make it a word. The propellants to go to the end of an all-star
Just
season.
like be in the subtle, subtle.
Subtle is
You're making up.
Oh,
People don't talk like that. B for subtle? I thought it would be an S. Anyway, continuing.
So wait.
Sorry, my English not so good. I'm learning the language still.
Okay, so on the other side of that, do you feel like getting eliminated right before the finale
Oh,
stings?
that stings a lot. That's like gut wrenching. They're like so close. You're like, you can like literally taste it. You're like,
Yeah.
and then like having your tongue cut off.
Yeah. I be feeling like when RuPaul eliminates girls closer to the end, he be having a little smirk on it at the end of it. He be
You're
like,
like, sorry, babes, sashay away.
yeah, I feel like RuPaul's like,
You could have done better.
The next day, Ru enters and announces that for the final Maxi Challenge of the season, the queens will be auditioning for RuPaul's Drag Race live in Las Vegas.
Yes!
You know the Vegas show. Did you love it?
I did.
What was your number? What was the theme of yours?
So I did the Aquaria fashion number, Madonna,
Cute.
with a little banana twist.
Oh.
It was fun.
So this challenge, it's a lot to me, okay? Okay, these queens, they have to take publicity photos. They have to write and shoot a promotional video. They have to have a chat with Latrice and then learn choreography and perform Gift Shop, which is the newest song from Drag Race Live. I think this is a lot in a final challenge. It's a lot.
They're like, we're about to test you.
Yeah.
Come on, uniqueness, nerve, and talent, give us everything all at once.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a whole lot. How do you think you would have done it in a challenge like this?
I think I would definitely eat up the food is coming out. the photo shoot.
Uh-huh.
Maybe writing I would be a bit wobbly. The talking part I think I could get down.
Well, especially with Megami not there to write it for you.
Oh, that was only one song, bitch. I know, I was like praying Megami to leave me some sort of hint when I had the writing for the verse for the power challenge. I was like, Megami, please send something from above. And then, like after she was eliminated, it was the reading challenge. I was like, where's Megami, my ghostwriter?
Your ghostwriter
My
for season
sis,
16.
come back. I need you right now. Oh my god.
Okay, wait. So Susie and Sam are both doing something similar here. Sam is trying to lean into the country of it all. I know she's a Southern belle from Alabama. And Susie wants to be Broadway. Do you think there's anything wrong in leaning into your thing you've been doing the whole time, or should they try to do something new?
I think they should lean into what they're used to, but also give us a twist. You know?
Okay.
Like something fresh. It's like, you know, bananas. I've been giving bananas, but I would hope that every time I gave a banana, it was something fresh and different,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I think like lean into your strengths, but also give it a twist.
Yeah. I also think in the gag, Susie's talking to the camera. She's saying like she's been dominating this whole time. And I'm like, so, you know, sometimes Susie lacks a little self-awareness. I'm like, Susie, we just need to be a little more introspective, babe. Just a scotch, just a little bit more
That
introspective.
really gagged me for a second there.
Yeah.
Because every time she said she was gonna kill the challenge, she was safe.
Yeah.
So like, what do you mean by dominating?
Yeah.
Maybe in your brain and your like idea, but like, girl, maybe settle down in reality. For
Yeah,
one
just a
second.
little bit, just a little bit.
Cause the delusion this season is really.
Oh, baby, they are drinking pints of the Lulu iced tea. I also love how Lexi's like, no, she's like, y'all, it's overdone. Do something new. Which I can appreciate that, but I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think that
You have to like.
don't reinvent the wheel. You can put a hubcap on it, but don't reinvent the wheel.
Because the thing
completely.
is, you don't have a lot of time to like reinvent yourself.
Girl.
You gotta play with what you have and
Yeah.
be clever about it.
Yeah, I agree. Meanwhile, Jules, she is not telling anyone what she's gonna do. She's keeping her cards close to her chest because you know the bitches be looking at cards and stealing them.
She got traumatized.
Arietti, she know these bitches steal. Okay, so she is not telling anyone her plan, which honestly,
Clever.
good. Be clever, girl. You gotta work. You gotta don't
You
let the bitches
gotta
get you.
keep quiet, hush hush.
Yeah. So we first see the photo shoot. And who do you think is standing out during this point? Who's doing their big one for this photo shoot for you? If you don't remember, a safe answer is always Monet Exchange.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Did you ever do a photo shoot in your season? Originally?
No, I have never done a photo shoot, not in season 10, not on All Stars 4.
No way.
Yeah, not on All Stars 7. I've never done a
So
photo
I
shoot
guess
on
we
Drag
would
Race.
never know if you're good at photo shoot.
I mean, you could clock the Instagram, baby. Clock the Instagram, mama.
Where the hell my phone? could tell you who definitely didn't stand out.
I know,
Or,
honestly.
like, stood out in a really bad way. I thought Lexi was a bit wobbly, and then Susie Toot was very... Girl, like, you gotta... Like, photo shoot for me is a flow. You gotta feel it. You gotta, like, move with the flow, and then, you know... Whatever Rue is throwing at you, you've got to like make it your own and then find a way to adapt.
I
in that
agree.
moment.
I agree. I think for me, a lot of them are not giving Vegas. I'm like, y'all, even if you've never been to Las Vegas, we all know I like Vegas iconography. Like Vegas is an iconic place.
Exactly.
And Jules is the only person
Only
giving a
person.
Vegas showgirl.
She really gave it. She knew the reference. She knows what she was doing. So I guess in that sense, Jules really stood out to me. Like
Yeah.
that was the one that really gave Vegas.
Yeah, I agree. I
It
agree.
sold me the full fantasy. Anya Nerve looked like she was wearing the wrong kind of Vegas, like Auntie Vegas.
Yeah,
Or, like, maybe,
Auntie
like,
Vegas is really
very
accurate.
Ancient Vegas, where what they wore.
Ancient is wild.
Just like not the right kind of Vegas, you know. There were feathers.
She's like,
but-
she's giving Jurassic Vegas.
Yes.
She giving Triassic, honey. Okay, this is a shady question.
Okay, what is it?
Who on season 17 left in the cast has your favorite mug?
I think Arietti. It's very detailed and very symmetrical and very clean. I love a clean makeup.
Okay, I'm gonna ask that question one more time, okay? With the remaining queen, who do you think has the best mug?
Susie too, cause you know what?
What?
At least it's distinct. So you know the thing about me for Drag Race is doing Drag Race. I thought about it this way. I wanted to be able to be remembered in the long run.
Okay.
Because when I think back on looks that I saw originally of Drag Race, I still remember Manila's pineapple. I
Yeah.
still remember Raj's Marie Antoinette. Like,
Yeah.
there's just certain looks and things that just stick in your brain.
Yeah.
And that was kind of my goal.
I'd agree with that. That's a good way to go around.
I think maybe Susie too. At least it's not the most, but at least you talk about it, you remember it.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Do you agree? Do you like her makeup?
Hell no. I have talked about it every chance I can get on this show, how much I hate it.
What do you hate about it?
You know what? Okay, I can see what you're saying. I do agree that some things stick out and they do become iconic in Drag Race,
Yeah,
right?
right.
So I see
Like
on
your
that
sponge
point.
dress.
Like the sponge dress, you know?
And the paper bag.
I had a paper bag?
No,
Oh, Lala Ree, the paper dress, right. You know? Polarization is great in marketing, right? You want people to love it and you want people to hate it.
because they still talk about it. Either way.
Exactly. You want people to stay in the middle. So, you know, Susie definitely has had some polarizing
Yeah, she's-
looks on the show,
Yeah.
which a lot of them I've loved. Like the Iron Maiden, I love her clown one. I love a lot of what Susie did on the show.
I like the references and the idea and the concept,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe the execution could have been better.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Wait, I have to say everything with a smile in case it just comes across as mean. Can you just like chop that up and then add it to
Also,
the
I
video?
am obsessed with the way you're sitting in drag. When I tell you, I am obsessed with
do
the
you
way.
mean?
What do I mean? Live here, this is you the whole time.
I was trying to close it. You know how hard it is. I was like,
Next up, the Queen's chat with my good sis, Miss Latrice Royale.
Oh, I love
And
her.
Girl, I love Latrice. I've toured with Latrice. We've done a lot of gigs together. We did a whole scene of Dragons together. Latrice is everything people see on TV. She's like that in real life.
Yeah.
Have you met Latrice yet?
yes, I did Drag Race Live with Latrice.
And is she not everything?
She is everything.
Which queens had the most interesting interaction with Latrice during this little talkback moment?
Jules. Because instantly when she sat down, it was like her energy, boom.
Yes. And when Latrice asked her the
Oh
question,
yeah, that was crazy.
I was like, okay, the moment Jules lost Drag Race. But, I mean,
That was
spoiler,
like-
I was wrong. But I was like, baby, especially Jules has been so quick on her feet.
Yes.
And everything else, she's really fun, she's
Maybe-
volley. But she was genuinely stumped at that question by Latrice.
She was so young, she never thought about the future.
Anya Nerve
Mm-hmm.
is like her main job. She's a full-time cook. But she didn't say what restaurant though. I'm like, where you cooking at?
Because that makes all the
It does
difference.
make all the difference. But I thought that was really shocking that she's not even supporting herself in drag. She's doing it
No.
being a cook at a restaurant, which is
That's how charismatic and talented she is.
I also found it very interesting, which is Susie says this. Latrice asks her, what is the worst quality about yourself? She says, my worst quality is being unique. And that is the Susiest.
Girl!
That is the Susiest
Girl!
answer that has ever been an
That
answer.
was crazy. What do you mean?
So Susie.
Being so unique. That's my worst quality.
I'd say at
I
this
know
point.
how she means, but like she really needs a reality check and like where she is, you know.
You know what? In this moment, I came full circle back around. I'm sorry, I'm 180. I'm like, you know what? That is fierce. And she's like, my worst quality is that I'm special, baby. I was like, honestly, fierce. Work.
What's your worst quality?
My worst quality?
Or drag.
And editors keep that in so they can so these little twinks on the inside they can drag him. Keep that in. My worst quality is that I think that I'm a procrastinator. I'm a big procrastinator. I wait till the very last minute to do anything. Also, I get easily distracted. I think I have ADD, but I don't know if I have ADD. Anyway, we should get back to this. The next day, we see the queens getting ready for the finale runway of the season. What was that day like for you, Nymphia?
It felt like really crazy to be in that moment because like you survived all of the turbulence of the past episodes and you're like at that final point of being in the top 4 or top 3. And it just felt really, really full circle, and it's just like really savor every moment of that.
Yeah.
And then just like it felt kind of like getting ready in the workroom for the last time kind of vibe. It was
Yeah.
really special. At that point, we're all friends, but like someone has to go, you know.
Yeah. I also loved. I promise it's not a Susie day, but Susie looking in the mirror at her face and saying that she has no kryptonite in this competition.
That is
Loved it.
wild.
I loved it. I loved it.
You love her confidence.
I love it.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm being dead ass. Nymphia, we have to talk about Gift Shop, which is a new song being added to the Drag Race live show. Did anyone stand out to you? I think for me, Lexi's look.
Yeah,
She's
I was
wearing that
gonna
Poochie
say,
look.
I
which-
think Lexi stood out because it was so colorful. And
So
she was
colorful.
like straight in the center.
Also nailing the choreo too. She was really into. I thought she was really doing a good job with the
Yeah,
choreo.
they
They
were
all of them did a pretty good job with
Even
the choreo.
Susie.
Yeah,
She was
Susie
selling
nailing it
it.
too. She was selling it too. She was selling it to a different audience, but it was still she was nailing every bit of it. You know
She
what I mean?
was in her little Susie Tootie Tootie.
Yeah, the 20s era of it. Who
20s
struggled? Susie.
You did great, Susie, but you also struggled.
Well, because you can nail the choreo, but if everyone's giving Vegas and you're giving Broadway, you stick out, right?
Yeah,
Even though you're
like
you
a
can know
sore
every
thumb.
move, but it sticks out because it's
Like,
not.
you have to give a Vegas body. Like, you have
Yeah.
to sell the Vegasness.
Yeah, like she's like, yeah, it's, it's time to talk about these final runways. Shall we, darling?
Yes.
Category is opulent outerwear, which is an interesting category
It
for
is.
final runway.
Like, when I hear this, I'm looking for really opulent outerwear. Like, just give me opulent outerwear. I mean, what else can you say that you're looking for? Like, extravagant outerwear?
Yes. Thank you,
Your jacket or coat?
Category is opulent outerwear. You know when I see this category, I'm looking for things that are really opulent and you'd wear outside. Thank you, Nymphia. How would you have interpreted this theme?
I would give color and texture, but opulent not in your typical sense where it's just like jewelry and like bling bling, but like opulent like for opulence sake.
Okay.
I still need to workshop it.
Okay. First up, let's talk about Miss Jules Sparkles. Jules Sparkles in this feather coat she made with her drag grandmother, Trinity the Tuck, with feathers and this opulent thing, this opulent hair. What do you think about this look?
You know what it looks like? It looks like she borrowed it from Trinity or someone. It just doesn't feel like the outfit is molded or like blended with her actual fashion sense. And it feels very borrowed. But I would say I really like the look. It's really well put together. But as an opulent outerwear, I expect something more opulent because this is to me just feathers. But it's still a good look.
Yeah.
No.
I like
I want more though.
I agree with everything you just said. That was very well said.
Oh, thank
The
you.
first one of the hour.
Oh.
Let's go on to Lexi Love.
Okay, this one to me looks like she was ready to go party because she also put the clips in the hair.
Yeah.
And then she just took a coat from her closet. Like, the inside and outside doesn't match for me.
I want this wig. Lexi, wherever you got this wig, can you just slide into my DMs and tell me who I want to order it in the same color, the same everything. I love this hair. I love the coat. I think the coat was really cute.
Yeah.
I didn't like the thing underneath. Like, it just felt like two different ideas. Like, again, to your point, I think I know what she's trying to get. She's like the party girl that just got a coat. But I feel like there was a way to make this feel more rich and
Because
elegant.
it's not just outerwear, it's
Yeah.
opulent.
Opulent outerwear. And just stoning a thing on the back of it doesn't give opulent. Let's go on to Anya Nerve. I didn't like this. It looked like the look was swallowing and eating her.
It was.
The only part of her body I can really see is her face. And I didn't think the oversized door knocker earrings really were giving what she was trying to give. This, I did not like this.
Yeah, because I think what is going on with Anya Nerve is she doesn't have a sense of proportion. So I feel like she needs to train in proportion because you see the earrings way too big and it's like hanging from the headpiece but not from her actual earring. Like
Yeah.
maybe a tad smaller would do great on her and it's just really eating her up. But I would say I really like the gold pieces, like the 3D printed-esque element to this outfit. But it was beautiful though.
Let's go on to Sam Star. Sam Star. What do you think about this look?
I personally don't like the wig with this look. I do enjoy the look, but this to me is just a pretty dress on a runway.
I don't even see what about it is outerwear. I didn't see the outerwear. Like, am I missing the like what?
Maybe it's like a cape with the sleeve. I do enjoy the draping of the sleeve.
I like that detail, but it doesn't give outerwear to me. Like,
Now you mention it's kind of true. It doesn't give outerwear.
I did not get outerwear. Like, this is a beautiful garment, but where is the outerwear of it? Like, girl, like, give us outerwear.
Chop.
You know? I feel like Sam could have done a really fierce, like, a raincoat, a yellow raincoat gown, something like that. That could have been like, okay, this is outerwear, obviously, and a way to like make it feel super opulent. But this is beautiful. But it's not giving outerwear. And last but not least, Susie Toot. 8.
Okay, I have to say,
8 the girlies up.
I love this coat.
Love.
The headpiece, the little stone, little smoke thingy, and the shape of the coat.
The
it's a
shape was
beautiful
so
cut,
beautiful.
and the fur was
The
lush.
color.
Yeah.
It's not a red. It's it's more of like a crimson. It feels so rich, so luxe. I think Susie, this outfit is stunning on her.
Yeah.
But that blush that was meeting the bottom of her eye makeup was
You
driving
don't like
me
it? You know what it's called in
crazy.
Japan? It's called Byojaku blush.
Byojaku blush.
So it looks like you're like so flushed and red and shy.
I get it. I've seen people do that. This ain't it.
Candy does it. You don't like it on
Candy Muse looks amazing though. This is not
What's
that.
wrong with her?
But I think hers is too like her blush is literally the color of her outfit, as opposed to it being like a light pink.
Well,
that
I mean,
is more ombre.
Susie is known for historic references.
This is true.
This is a beautiful historic reference.
She was doing drag back in that Jurassic era like you. She was using nuts and berries to do her.
And you
blush,
know what it looks
apparently.
like? It felt like she had this reference and she had a few of her ideas inputted in.
Okay, I can see
So
that.
it's like
It feels more her.
Yeah, it feels more her.
I would love to wear this. I would love to wear this garment. It's beautiful.
I wonder who made it.
Not Susie. Okay. Which was your favorite look?
I have to say Susie.
Yeah. It's the
Because
only
there
one
was
that we
also a
were-
headpiece. I love a headpiece.
Yeah. You do? No, you don't. You don't like headpieces.
Yeah, absolutely
I
not.
can't remember a time you've worn like a headpiece.
On the show or like in person?
Ever.
Are you being real or like sarcastic?
No, I'm being dead ass.
I thought you were being sarcastic because I'm wearing this big ass headpiece.
Thank you, Nymphia. Thank you.
Is she being sarcastic? I had a long week! Oh my god!
Okay. Who had your least favorite look? I'm gonna say Anya Nerve for me. I think
Yeah.
she was my least favorite look.
I'm sorry, Anya. You're a really talented performer.
During the judges' critiques, we see the Queen's promotional videos. Who had your favorite?
Jules had the most energetic vibe.
I agree. I think Jules had the most energy. I just loved how, again, she
like,
gave
ding, ding.
Vegas like it was kitschy. It was fun. The energy of it. I really like. I also like Lexi's as well. If I had to choose my favorite, it would have to be Jules.
Yeah.
Whose promotional video maybe needed a little more work? I would say Susie.
The sailor moment, right?
Yeah, and like with all the sailing puns and boating jokes.
Girl,
like,
there is no water in Vegas.
It's literally the desert.
Only Bellagio, but girl.
Yeah, and if you see some water, it's a mirage. Okay.
Exactly.
There's mirages
yeah.
when you see. Yeah.
I did get that one.
After the judges' critiques, we find out that the winner of the week is Jules Sparkles. Do you agree?
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. I think
Yes,
so.
of course I agree.
Yeah, I think so too. So the bottom two queens of the week are Sam Starr, and for the first time ever in this competition, Miss Suzanne Toot. Do you agree with this?
I think I do. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, I agree.
They lip sync to Love Child by Diana.
Love child! I'm the
Sam-
love child of your sponge dress.
Yes, I love
I
that.
escaped.
But let me say that line again. You can say that line. Sam and Susie lip sync to Love Child by Diana Ross and the Supremes in front of Tracy Ellis Ross, her daughter. Love it.
You said I had to set a line? I can't remember.
Don't even bother with a girl. What do you think of the lip sync between these two dolls?
It was fun.
To Love
It was
Child.
It was a fun lip sync. It was a good song for both of them.
I think
And
so
what
too.
they were wearing as well.
Yeah, I think they both did their thing. I think Susie's holding her own. I think Sam and Susie was a pretty even lip sync. They're both like doing their thing.
Yeah.
But there is a je ne sais quoi that Miss Sam Starr has. And we've seen Sam being very sure of herself this entire competition. So I think she's like, baby, I'm not going home.
She is.
I have the
dead
second most
set.
wins in this
She's like,
competition. I'm not going home.
bitch, try.
Yeah. So I think that that's what is giving Sam a little more
Yeah.
over Susie.
She was more like in her power.
Yeah, I think so. I feel that. Sam wins the lip sync. Do you agree?
Yeah, I do agree.
But sadly, the one and only
Your favorite Susie Toot is gone.
Miss Suzanne
Are you gonna miss her?
Roberta Elaine Toot is sashaying away.
How sad.
Our confident diva of Broadway. Are you sad to see Susie leave?
I mean, I don't really know her, so I don't think I have an emotional feeling to her leaving just yet.
And that's real. That's realness, y'all. You know, Susie certainly did make a very big impact this
She
season.
really did.
You know what she is? I would say Susie.
You know who actually did an impact to all of our hearts?
Who?
Miss Joella, the Slasian diva.
She did. But we
I
talking
wish
about
I could have seen her more.
The Blazing Diva of Los Angeles.
Yeah, but don't forget Susie. Cause
Justice for Asians. Stop Asian hate.
But the thing about Susie, though, Susie is now part of the Drag Race lexicon because of her brazen
Tap dancing.
and self-assuredness. So I think Susie's a really
Confidence is beautiful.
yeah, confidence
She
is
is
sexy.
our misunderstood diva in her brain.
Yeah, Nymphia. We have a top 4 of RuPaul's Drag Race season 17. I asked you this earlier. I told you to think about it, and I want your real,
Okay.
God to honest truth. Who is winning the crown, walking away with $200,000 this season? And don't give me 2. I want 1.
It really comes down to the finale.
Uh-huh.
I mean, at this point, I think the winner for me is Anya.
Anya Nerve. Oh, wow.
I do like Jules for the confessionals. She's so cute.
But
Lexi
Anya
is
Nerve.
just a chaotic mess. Also sometimes entertaining too.
But Anya Nerve. Anya Nerve is your winner.
Yes!
Yeah. Nymphia.
Let me just close the door. We're done. The
That's
brain cell
ex-
says bye-bye.
That is perfect. Thank you so much for being a Nymphia.
That took me so long to answer. Like,
Thank you so much for coming by the pit stop.
You're like,
in
thank
this
you. You can finally leave.
This sponge eleganza. This is so good. Do you think you will leave it for me so I can wear it sometime?
Do you fit? I hope you dream about me tonight. In your
will do
dreams,
no
just like-
such thing.
just like-
You want me a dream? You'll be a nightmare, bitch.
Exactly. I want you to have a nightmare. Hi.
Yeah, right, close the door. And thank you all once again for coming on by the pit stop. Y'all, we are 2 weeks away from the finale. 2 weeks to crowning a winner of RuPaul's Drag Race season 17. And it's gonna be beautiful. I can't wait to see what this bitch is gonna do for the finale. Cause if she comes up dressed like this for the pit stop, you know it's gonna be good. Until next time, Monet Exchange out.
Bye. Talking about shoes, red bottoms are out, green bottoms are in. I can literally scrub your.
Wait, I did not realize y'all. This is out of control. And I'm mad at my team that we didn't sell these after my performance on season 10. This is brilliant.
I'm sorry, Monet.
Your feet smell good.
Because it's new.
Okay, that's why. She's like, give me a week.
Bitch.
I'll curl your nose hairs,
I'm
girl.
Asian. We don't smell. Everything blaming it on Asian. That's all I have.
Hey, you want more non-Emmy nominated gay you traders? Well, then don't forget to subscribe to the RuPaul's Drag Race YouTube page.